We have so much information, we know so much. I mean, we know more than most of our parents knew probably when they were our age. But you look at the gap in application, wisdom.
The gap in success.
Yes, it's looking like we are failing more.
Now, there's difference between knowing something and becoming that. Your ability to convert your knowledge into results.
You have to be patient and sit down with these informations for a while, for a long time. It's like cooking.
Yeah.
Sitting down with them until they somehow get into your mind. You know so much about them, right? The information is much, and you know how to make use of those informations to cause effects.
Principle, working with principle, it is definitely that result will come, but it doesn't mean result will come now.
Yeah.
But one thing is certain, it will produce. So be patient with the information you get to see them, to understand, and be patient after gaining the understanding to wait for the result and be consistent.
Good day, everyone. I'm Solomon Faith.
And I'm Emmanuel Obekwa.
Welcome to LIT Leaders and Training. We are excited to host you again this evening. Today, we have a very interesting topic again today, something that I'm sure you will learn so much from. We're looking at how we have so much information in this current generation and yet less of wisdom. Talk of the Olodo uprising. We have so much information, we know so much. I mean, we know more than most of our parents knew probably when they were our age. But you look at the gap in application, wisdom.
The gap in success.
Yes, it's looking like we are failing more despite more knowledge.
The access to information.
Seriously. So I think that's a very important thing to look at, and that's what we are going to be trashing. So I think let's even start from. So we have so much information, getting information or consuming information. What will that lead to?
It brings awareness.
Awareness, okay.
So when you gain more information, when you consume more information, it's supposed to bring you into awareness. That's the main essence of information.
Yeah.
It brings you. That's just awareness.
So can we liken awareness to knowledge? Like, okay, I now know this thing.
No, there's difference between knowing something and becoming that thing.
Yeah.
So we can liken awareness to, but there's a deep part of awareness. Now, I wanted to say something. I just remember what one of my mentors said about the power of awareness. Now, there's a dimension in which you are aware about something and you become that thing. There's another dimension of awareness that you just know that this thing exists. Even though you have not become that thing. So there's a dimension in which you can link awareness to knowledge.
Okay, so there's a part of knowledge that has awareness in it.
Yes.
Right? But it's just awareness, knowing that this thing exists.
You just know that there's that animal, but you don't really know anything tangible about me.
Okay, so maybe let's break down knowledge, understanding, and wisdom.
Okay, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. You see, for me, I feel knowledge is information.
Okay.
When you are informed about something, you know that thing. When it comes to wisdom, or let me go to understanding. Understanding for me is knowing the consequences or how to even apply the information you have. Either you understand the consequences behind the information you've gotten or how to apply it. Now, wisdom now is applying what you know.
Okay.
Your ability to convert your knowledge into results. The ability to convert your knowledge into something productive. Because we know a lot. Sir, I did something. I asked somebody, this thing, how do we, like in a group now, how do we make this group better? And all of them, let's do this, I'm like, this information you guys are giving, but when we say to implement.
So it's like, okay, I know about fire, that fire can burn, and I'm aware of that. That's knowledge. Then understanding comes where I know that if I put fire on a piece of paper or something, or just in my hand or cloth, there's a consequence that flows from that.
That's true.
Then wisdom is when I'm able to make use of fire to cook or to do something productive. So that's power.
I think.
So that's power. So it shows the difference. So we're in a generation where that first part is in existence, where we know so many things. We know, okay, this and this, and some people know principles. We know the principles of success, 7 principles of success. We even know sometimes what to do. You know, there are people that are content creators with mouths. Exactly. They know everything that can work, but you cannot really see that when at work in their own, productiveness. So we have that as an issue. Then we also have people that give marriage advice very well, or they know how to talk about marriage. In fact, it's just to be that with good mouth you have a good marriage. From the things they say, they are supposed to have the perfect marriage. Right?
See, I don't have problems. See, this issue is embodied.
Yeah.
I don't really have problem with people giving marriage counsel, advice counsel, relationship advice. I don't have problem. My problem is giving these things when your own home is in bondage.
Yeah.
You can really tell people how to manage their home, manage resources, manage whatever.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You can't do it because you cannot apply it.
Yes.
So anything you are counseling somebody for, you ensure that it's a result.
So you have the result. Yeah. If you need to,
we can do research. We can do research and dish out the research.
Yeah.
But most of these people giving counsel, they're not saying it from the place of experience.
Yes.
They are saying from the place of information. So that's the problem.
Probably when you are giving out those kinds of things, you should clarify. I'm not saying that this is what I know, but from the statistics or just reference where you are getting what you are saying from, so that people don't rely on what you are saying as though this is exactly what they are saying. Many people have relied on those kinds of information, thinking this person is talking as a wise person, and you even see different arguments. I think one of the places that affects us is, for instance, we are Christians, and you see people come up with different concepts based on knowledge. I mean, they can even give you scriptural backing for whatever they are saying, but they are causing a lot of confusion. They are talking as though they have wisdom, and it's just information that they have that they are not even very aware of, they are not even very sure of. They've not really sat down to understand, and then people are being confused from what someone said.
You know that this is the problem. Now, because in this generation we have a lot of access to information. For me, that's the problem. The generation of the old, they don't have access to it. So the information that comes out is little.
Yes.
And that leads to again understanding. Now, we have access to a lot of information that you don't even know which one is true.
Very true, very correct.
You don't know which one is correct, which one is true. Then now, our generation now fails to sit down with every information. Thoroughly scrutinize this information, thoroughly study to know beyond who is saying it, beyond the source of the information, how potent it is. Because today, like now, we are saying something about knowledge. On our podcast, we are saying something about knowledge. On that one, it's just something about the wisdom. Now, these informations are out there everywhere. Now, what should someone who is truly desiring wisdom, understanding, do? Get these materials, this podcast, this book, this article, this sit down with them.
Find out,
understand the consequences. What this person is saying, if I apply, what are the consequences? Then you understand it. That's okay, how do I apply it? Instead of just getting an information. But most of what we do is that this also we get that information and run with it. So now we jump understanding, which I define to my own term as understanding the consequences. You just pick an information and you begin to work.
So you don't know the consequence of what you are about.
Without sitting down with it.
You know, they say once you per second, there's so many billions of information being uploaded.
Per second.
So just imagine you have so much to do. It takes actually even secluding yourself sometimes to break down, because at what time do you think in this generation we actually have time to really sit down with the numerous knowledge that are coming. And so what advice, I think we should just come to that now, what advice can help us, because this is everybody's problem. So we're in a world where information just keeps popping up every single moment. How do you separate or sieve out what is more important for you so that you can have wisdom actually to run your life?
Now let me say something. I was listening to a pastor one day. Say, pastor, I can't remember. But I've seen the line of pastors too. Lord, my father, the Lord, my mentor, I've seen in their life. But they just come to a setting unprepared and you just ask them questions. And the wisdom.
Yes.
So like,
the answer.
did you know, did God reveal this to you? That's what I asked you.
Yeah.
Now, I was talking to my elder brother, we were talking about this. And we just came to a conclusion. That is a foundation of knowledge we have. That when we begin to build on it, if the foundation is true and correct, every other information that comes on it will be correct. So if I build a foundation on proper knowledge of this aspect, if I encounter an information that is not correct,
you're going to
it will not be like most time I won't have to meditate on it first. Most time it just repairs. Because it is contrary to what I have built a foundation on. Like, I have a proper foundation of who Jesus is. As I begin to grow in Christ, if I hear a message as a heresy, sometimes I don't really need to sit down. The moment I hear about it repels. Then I sometimes we hear somebody say on Twitter, I say, go and listen to the full context. Then this thing I've heard, it does not deserve my attention given the full context. Because this thing is completely new. But you can come to that point where your foundation of knowledge is important. So my counsel is this: don't be in haste. Take your time. Learn the basics about life. Learn the basics about your business. Learn the basics about whatever field you are. Learn the basics. As you give a proper foundation, when the wrong information comes, it repels. You just know. Why some that might not just repel, but logically they might sound right. You now have to take your time to visit every information. Don't just get an information and run with it. No matter.
I think our main problem is the fact that we are very impatient.
Very impatient.
Result driven. You want to start today, get it today. If there's a way to make 1 million in 24 hours, $1 million in 24 hours, someone throws it out. People are rushing to that to know how can we do it.
Yes.
And even if the person is lying, so long as he can show you little things that this is what I did, this is what I did, and everybody's out there. Because everybody wants what works immediately, right? So, and if that's the way you live your life, there are many things you not get to learn.
Honestly.
In fact, you can learn how to make $21 million in 24 hours, but you've not learned the principles that lead to financial abundance, which means that by the time you blow that $1 million, and maybe the process, the system that you use to get it ceases to work, because of all these things, of course, maybe it's a scam or something, that process ceases to work. How do you now rise again? How are you able to replicate it? There are people that have shown that they can replicate, no matter how down they come, because they understand the principles, they can replicate those results consistently, because it's out of understanding. Wisdom is at work, right? So it's that impatience that has been one of our main problems.
This is the reason why, with the access of information we have, we still have poor leaders.
Yes.
Do you know how many book on leadership is
out there?
Only on finance, on parenting,
almost every area
of life. There are materials out there, but yet it looks like things are not that working. With the smartphone, you just look at AI. You can, and you know that it's funny how people look at AI. You know, for me, I feel like your AI is as smart as you. Your AI is as smart
because it's learning from you.
You understand? So apart from just getting information, and you can just ask AI for some certain things, it gives you. It search the internet for you. But there's a bigger dimension that AI can do. As you begin to interact with AI, there's even room to debate with AI.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Ask your AI, okay, what do you think about this? You say, no, this is what I think about this. This is what I think about. The AI, and you know, your AI begins to develop, you now realize that there are some things you can put on the AI, the result it brings out.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful.
Surprise.
You'll be surprised that just bring somebody who is really prompting, somebody who understands AI, and just give an average Nigerian who uses AI for just random.
Yeah.
Let them ask the same question.
Yes.
You will see that the result of two AIs, it can be the same product activity, but you see that the result of
are different. Yes. It takes a level of intelligence to actually even relate to
AI.
So you should be sound, basically sound.
Basically sound. Before AI can be productive.
Some people want to just rely on the AI to do everything, and that's not.
I've had students who went to an example using AI and they failed.
Wow, that's serious.
When I was doing my masters, it was terrible. When we done an exam, we were like, oh, we are so excited. He used AI. So now, it's what did you write? When he, he's a really bad question now, guy. So now, this guy gonna apply question. You just
I think I might listen to someone who said any field you want to major in, for instance, leadership. Like you can sit down and read about 600 books in that area. So there's no how you will not be sound in that area. That you be an authority.
And if you're not the reading type, you're the listening type.
At least, yeah.
There are some leadership.
Yeah.
There you know the
audio material, a lot.
Pick their own
John C. Maxwell has
audio material. Just pick this.
There's this man, Simon Sinek. I got to know him maybe like 2 years, 3 years ago. Was very sound, and the fact that it's contemporary and others American, but consults for major companies and is a leadership expert especially for company settings, and it's very, very good. So he has a lot of audio materials also on. So there are many, and not just leadership, any field. So so now we said there are so much information. These informations are available. So it means that one of the best ways, like we said, talked about impatience and all that, you have to be patient and sit down with these informations for a while, for a long time. It's like cooking. Yeah. Sitting down with them until they somehow get into your mind. You know so much about them, right? The information is much, and you know how to make use of those informations to cause effects. That's when you now really, but because of the impatience, you will not want to wait that long. Most people don't want to wait that long.
Impatience might not even be just to get the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding. Some people might even get it, but sometimes, even with the right principle, result is definite, but result is not immediate.
That's the
So the result can be definite with the right principle, but that doesn't mean the result is immediate. So what are you supposed to do? You've gotten the right result, the right information, you understand the principles, and you know how to apply them. My brother, this patient deserves that you be patient for that result.
So stay with what you know. Even though it's not producing yet.
Yes, if your condition is set, stay with it. It will produce.
Yeah. And some people have left what is true because of someone who is doing what is wrong, and it seems like some results are coming. They leave it to leave what they know should be followed and go for something else. They end up regretting later.
Sometimes what the person is doing might not even be wrong. It might be in his area of destiny. Now, sir, now you're a barrister. Yes. I'm not a barrister. I'm a public health officer now. I stay in my public health and my content creating media work. Probably the next time you are coming to the studio, you change your lacquer. The next time you change your lacquer, is that apparently I don't have a car. I'm like, when I knock you down, I'll never go and get phone. At this age,
you want to go and study
law school. Now, my own act of productivity might be in the next month, but I'm abandoning it this month to go and start a 6 months job, which I know that I might not even get like Nigeria, I might not even give me a job yet. I might apply.
How many years now? Probably more than
end of the more than 7 years now. Now, within that 7 years, it has been consistent, maybe.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe my family will have been producing something.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So most times, that's why it's important to what are you convinced about? Are you convinced about the knowledge you have? Are you convinced about the understanding you have and the application? Are you so convinced? If you are, so this patience you've added really add conviction.
Yeah. Your conviction will help you to be patient.
Will help you to be patient.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, this will work.
Even when everybody is calling you, you are so sure.
And I think another thing that can even help conviction is reading the stories of those who have years, because you would see that many of them, like we started saying earlier, that some people in the past, they didn't even have as much information
as we do,
yet they were producing a certain level of result, and you see that they were patient through the process. So it has not changed now. It's just that we have more information now, but it has not really changed.
Less patient.
Stay patient, be convinced of what you are doing. It's going to produce. It must produce, but must be patient. Yeah, that's it.
That's what I know with principle. Principle produce.
Yeah.
You say you are going this way, and at the end of the tunnel you need this light. The light is there with you.
Yes.
The light was there before you started. Just follow that principle. You get it. You get it.
So I think that's why when we started, I said it's a very, very important topic to talk about. So I don't know, maybe something you want to include.
Okay, let me ask you. What is I believe this generation is confusing being informed and being transformed.
Okay.
Being informed
and being transformed.
Because, like we said, information is everywhere, but we can't see transformation. So what do you think is the difference, and what do you think is the reason?
Okay. There's someone I listened to, Apostle Femi Lazarus. He says some people just gather information for the sake of argument, to look smart online. So that they can look smart online, they will go to comment section so that when they reply you, this person is right. I think it still boils down to this impatience that we were talking about earlier. Sometimes that people want to look smart, people want to look like they know what they are doing, they look very good,
figured out.
They want to have a balanced, a powerful CV. Yet, whereas all the things that are written on that CV, the courses they did, and they never even really sat down to understand what was being taught and all that. So they just want to look smart. I think getting information is one of the process to transformation. But if you stop at only receiving the information, then you are not doing yourself well. You must sit down with it, understand it, and that takes time. Like I said earlier, you must allow it to cook. Breaking down complex concepts. There are things that until you sit down with it and really sit down with it, you will not understand it. It's as if information hides itself until you take time with it before it now begins to unfold itself layer by layer to you. I feel like knowledge can be tricky. If you don't, it's like a woman. You have to keep, showing until to reveal itself to you. So if you are not patient enough, you just think you have gotten the basic, you will run with that, and you have not really gotten anything. You have not. So when you see people that really, and the funny thing is, someone can talk and it looks like he's sounding smart, right? But another person will talk from the place of wisdom. When you hear the truth, you know the difference. You always know the difference. So when you hear someone say something, you know, this one is from a depth. Whereas this person here is giving us information, maybe that he had somewhere, but we are impressed, but it does not really touch us. But this person that comes from place of wisdom, this transformation compels you to also be transformed. from what you have picked from it. So I think the difference between the two is that one is processed. Someone has stayed with it until it became processed, and now you can replicate it. It can even teach you, and it will break it down for you in a way that you can, just with the steps it gives to you, you can produce the same results also.
For me, what you said that sticked was to sit with it.
Yes.
And that's how transformation comes. Because there is something once does not produce results. Even for us as Christians. The Bible says that the head and not the teeth. That scripture, virtually every Christian quotes it. But not every Christian has been transformed by that. So for me, the transformation, like you said, was to sit with a particular knowledge till it begins to show result. That is when we are transformed. I was coming down from my office one of these days, and the young guy was showing me that, look at this man. He was in a conference, and this man was coming to teach them how to. The man was coming to teach them how to make 50 million. He said the amount of money within a month. And when we saw the man came back from the bike. And the shoes. That's how to teach you how to make 50 million. It's on bike. And the shoes of the man was not making 50 million.
And they paid money.
And they paid money. So he said the moment he saw the man, he packed his things. What do you have to say?
He has been scammed. That one is a broad daylight scam.
But probably the man might have the information, but he might not have it.
Actually, maybe when he will talk, everybody that's the right thing they'll get good points, right? He has the points to deliver, but it's obvious it's not working in you. So how should I be listening to you? Except it's tricky, because I said I took that information and it's true, and I also sit down with it until I understand it.
That's what we said. Because I have access to a lot of information. What he might have done, that man coming out, when I have access to him through AI. So you can as well gain that information and sit with it to realize, to know if it's true
or not. If I was in his shoe though, I would not waste my money.
Because we have teachers who teach in classrooms.
Yes.
They don't have money.
Yes.
Your student now.
Yes, greater. So I would have advised, if I were in his shoes, or let's say we find ourselves in that kind of situation, just know that you have been scammed. But sit down at least get the information, because no knowledge is actually a waste. And whatever the person says, you might be able to pick one or two things from there that you add to whatever you have on ground, as per your information. But of course, if the person is saying 15 million in a month, you just start crying once you see that kind of thing. Anyway, it's the normal approach to that kind of situation that he took, actually, because you want to teach me how to make it in a month, you don't even have it. Or what excuse will the man give? Maybe his car broke down on the road.
My last question, can AI replace wisdom?
No, it can't.
Yeah, it can't replace
wisdom. It can't replace wisdom. It can't replace wisdom.
Funny enough, I saw one of our esteemed music minister, gospel minister, Frank Edwards, made a statement of recent when he said, you can use AI for everything you do, but when it comes to producing your graphics for your music or your church program, please don't use AI. There is beauty and there's authentic display of a graphics done by actual graphic designer. And he had a lot of bash, he had a lot of celebration and everything. So what do you think? Can AI replace wisdom? Not just even wisdom, let's extend it. Handwork like graphics. What can AI replace and what can AI not replace?
No, I think AI can replace many things, but there are things that human beings with their creativity and intelligence should do. Even the AI can still do them. Like graphics, I've seen graphics that were done by AI. It's not like they were bad, but personally I still prefer the ones that are done by graphic designers. I still prefer it because I don't know, I can't really explain. This is a human being that did this, the intelligence, the creativity that have gone into this. There's this appreciation that comes to it. Just like artwork, it's a human being that did, like yourself. The person sat down, was creative and did this. But when it's a machine that did it, it's fine, but that knowledge that is there's this Commonwealth writers, something that they used to do. I've been trying to, I believe this year I'll put in my own entry by God's grace. But this last set, the person that won, there was this accusation that he used, in the process of writing a story. I don't know how true it is, but it brought about a lot of attack, even on the organization itself that checks the write-ups, the short stories, and then give the prize. I think they even lost some people that we used to support in with their work and all that. So people still have that consciousness that we want to see the creativity that comes from human beings. As much, even though we know AI can do certain things, we still want to see what human beings. Are we going to lose our humanity because of AI? Because if you are saying AI should do everything, then what of our being human? Yes, ability to think, our ability to create, the things that were appreciated in those days because human beings put pen to paper, they put colors to canvas. Are we going to lose all that?
The light of Chimamanda, the light of Yonix Car.
Even as going far, we still know people like Da Vinci for some of their works. I mean, so now are we going to remember that AI? What name are we going to give that AI that will create something that will be remembered in 100 years from now?
And that was why those pigs of Da Vinci and the rest could be so
yes.
Because when you look about it, was it human that came?
I'm telling you, the quality of work.
If you bring out an artwork, and then with an AI, I should pay. Yeah. I
can do it on my own too.
I can do my own, and my AI will create it up.
Yes.
But if I think about how I am able to do it, this way you are presuming God's
human uniqueness, God's grace that is placed in people.
I mean, this is one of the ways we can become like God.
Yes.
Because God didn't use AI to create what we are seeing now. So I think we are being like God, we're able to come up with this level of creativity, we're able to produce something that can be so appreciated. So honestly, I strongly agree with you. There are a lot of things AI cannot do. Can probably make some things better, but cannot just replace them.
And even if they can do them, human beings will not really appreciate them. That's the truth. There's a point we are going to get to with this AI run that is currently on, that people will know that okay, AI can do this, but I prefer a human being does it.
Honestly,
because I still want to have touch with my humanity. Machines doing everything. So it's been a beautiful conversation about how we have so much information but less wisdom. So from the things we've said, patience, conviction, being able to appreciate our humanity and uniqueness and paying attention to it until it becomes something tangible that can bless the people that are around us. I think with this nuggets that I know we've been discussing, but at least people can pick this. Yes, I'm sure anybody that sits down enough with whatever information they have to make sure it materializes to knowledge, to wisdom, they would be able to enjoy life more. Do you have any last comments on this?
Well, my dear, please sit down. Just like what you said, for me that was it. Ensure that every information you get, you're able to sit down with them, to be able to understand the consequences that you will face if you do or you do not apply. And for me, just like I said earlier, working with principle, it is definitely that result will come, but it doesn't mean result will come now. But one thing is certain, it will produce. So be patient with the information you get, to sit them, to understand, and be patient after gaining the understanding to wait for the result and be consistent.
Yes. So it's been a beautiful, I'm very sure you learned a lot. Please in the comments drop out some of the things you learned, and then maybe you don't even agree with some of the thoughts we made, maybe like on AI, because you see that AI talk, right? A lot of people will have their different ideas on it. So you can just drop your comment. What do you think about some of the things that were said? I would love to get your comments. Like, subscribe to the channel, and we hope to see you in the next episode.
And if you have anybody you feel needs to hear what we said, you can share the link to them. And our community, WhatsApp community, the link is at the comment section. Just do where to join so you could be first to gain access to our videos and other exciting events that might be coming up very shortly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you.